Hey guys, this is Anshika Gupta and welcome to my channel Let's Code and Solve by Newton School. I hope you all understood the concepts of what are operators in Python in last tutorial. So today we're going to study about what is list in Python, how to append it, how to delete it, how to sort it, how to create it, how to add the list in multiple sections in Python. Before going to that, let's know what is Newton School. So Newton School is a platform which prepares you for career in tech. It has courses designed for fresher, working professional and also for women with non-tech background. Newton School first trains you for 6 months and then helps you to become amazing full stack developer. And the best part is that Newton School has a pay after placement program under which you don't have to pay anything to Newton School until or unless you are being placed with minimum 5 lakh CTC. Let's move toward the website of Newton School. So here are the top companies where you have been placed upon: Xiaomi, Lenskart, then it's Topper, Motorola, Misho, Deloitte, Dream11 and many more there. So let's know what is list in Python. So, Python offers you a range of compound data types, often as it referred to a particular sequence, that it is a collection allows us to put many values in a single variable. And it's a collection of collaborating more of the value into single output. Suppose we have a lot of bags and the bags are being similar to each other and it's a luggage bag, but it is coming under the bags category. Now it's a duffel bag, it's a pouch bag, it's a trolley bag, or there is a backpack. But it is a category of a single like bags only, but the collection is different. That's how we know what is the convenient collection of creating a list of items. So why the collection is not been given in a particular section of variable. So most of our variable have only one value in them, but when we have to put a new value in variable, then the older is to be overwritten. That means like if a certain name, like there is a name Manisha, and I have to rechange that name, I have to overwrite that name with Pooja. Okay, that is the variable has been given to me, but a variable I have to overwrite that. Further, what are the list constants? Now list constants are being surrounded by the square brackets. First of all, the main point to remember is that the list constants are always being surrounded by the square brackets and the lists are always being separated by the comma section. That means that if you are being presented a list and you are being mentioning that list in particular square brackets, that is known as a list, but it has to be separated by the comma. Even the list can be in Python, can be operated in Python as another list, but with a object orientation. Okay, the basic benefit of list is that it can be empty section also. Like we can pass the value as an empty section. That is the none value. Now, examples we're gonna study in the Newton School IDE, that we are gonna perform that. So why list and are being named as a definite loops, like how they are being generating as a definite loop. So when we create a list or when we create a proper placing of elements or items, that has to be placed under some section. That means that it has to be separated first of all by the columns and then in the square brackets. Then after that it is the item can be either integer, either float or boolean section. Okay, it is being a definite loop also and indefinite loop. So what if we have a list in particular square bracket? So just like string, we can get any of a single element and list, but with using indexing. So indexing is being always being generated by 0 and n to n number. Okay, and even if I'm being giving the number or particularly a name, that is Joseph, Glenn and Sally, the particular indexing is being done by the 0 number. And what is indexing? It is the number placed by the orientation of starting of list to the n number. Okay. Now the another point to remember is lists are mutable. So lists are mutable or immutable. That means like if we can overwrite them, we can change that. That means that it's a mutable or immutable. So strings are immutable. That means that we cannot change the content of the string, but we can make a new string, a particular section in that. In other words, lists are mutable. That means that we can change an element by using index operator, by using indexing. Okay, I'll perform one program for you how it's being done. Now, how long is a list? That means like if you have to go to particular section of list and if the height has been increasing, that is being given that what is the length of particular list in that. So the length has been defined as len, then circular brackets, and it's a function that takes place in the list as a parameter and returns the number of element in the list. Suppose if you know the length of the list and you don't have to judge out the output, that is how you're gonna structure the variable name. So actually the len tell us the number of elements of any set of sequence, that is string. Okay, suppose my name is Anshika and I want to know about what is the length of my output. It's a 7 element. Okay, that's how we're gonna judge out how long the list is. So what if we are changing the range of function? If we are being changing the range, and even though if we are being configuring that range into some parameter, so the range function returns a list of number that are range from 0 to 1 less than a parameter. We can construct an index loop using for and integer iterators. Okay, we can use a looping also, we can use the while function also, and we can use the constant functions also. Now what is concatenation? So concatenation is adding the list, one list, two list, or endless list in a particular section as output. Okay, if I am being adding a my element name is 1 2 3 and I am being adding b is equals to 4 5 6, and after that I need an output c is equals to a plus b. Here the concatenation will be occurring and the print function will be there. Okay, now first of all lists are mutable. Okay, immutable, then list can be sliced also, and list can be overwritten too. Okay, now what is slicing? Slicing means that we are cutting a list into particular parts. Suppose we have to cut an apple, and after that we have been cutting the apple into the pieces, even into slices. Okay, now I want to know about what are slices in that. So slices are always being judgeable, configuring out from 0 to 1. Now here has been example of 1 comma 3. That means my indexing will be started from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now 0 and 1. What is it? 41. Okay, and after that 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, minus 1. Okay, that's how the list slicing is being done in list. Now comes what are the list methods. So there are a lot of list methods, that is append, count, extend, index, insert, pop, remove, reverse, sort, concatenate, repeat. There are a lot many. We can use that list method in another of our like building some of the programs of that. So what we need if we build a list from scratch? First of all, we need to create an empty list. Then we have to add the elements using the append method. Okay, suppose I am adding 1, 2, 3. I have to add it particularly in the empty section. Then after that I have to append that list. Okay, now the list is in order and new elements are being added at the end of the list. Okay, now I have to, like suppose I have been added 1, 2, 3, and after that I have to add 7, 8, 9. So it will not be coming in the front. It will be always being starting behind the list I have been added upon. Okay, that's how a list has been created. So what we need in list, like is something in a list we required it or not? Yeah, we need it. Python provides two operator, then lets you the item to check in. Okay, Python will check in first, and then after that it will operate as it will be finding the output as a true or false in a boolean section, or as a you will be printing the output simply. Okay, that how it has been configured out. Now a list is an order sequence. Yes, it is an order sequence. A list can hold many items and keep those items in order until we do something to change the order. Okay, a list can be sorted, that is that it can be changing the order also. The sort method means the sorting yourself, like I am being sorting my name. I have to get the name of alphabetic order, higher to greater, or higher to lower, or lower to higher. Okay, that is what the sorting is being done. Now what are built-in function and list? So there are being function that is being used as a built-in but parameter, but you have to remember that the loop we built, they should be similar as in complex part. Okay, let's study about perform some programs like adding and appending, then concatenation of list. Let's perform that. Now first of all I'll tell you what we are gonna perform it. Now let's assess a list. I'm creating one list. Give it through PQRO. It's up to you with whatever name you have to configure out and give it. It's up to you. Then after that I will be giving, and this is to be performed in circular bracket, not in square bracket, not in this. Okay, now I need an output. Print my list at 0. So this is the program to assess the list elements. So let's see the output in that. So the output for this is like P. So what we did the indexing of list. So we can use the index operator as the square bracket, and after that we will be using that as a sequence method. Okay, if I need an output of 1, okay, let me check. If I need of 2, then what will be the output? O will be the output. Then if I need of 1, R will be the output. 4. Then if I need of 4, so it's E. Okay, that how we're gonna append, or like we have to assess the list in particular sections. So what if we have a negative index and I have to print the value of negative index? So Python always allows the negative indexing for its sequence. Okay, it refers to the negative indexing as particular section. If I need of -1, so output will be E. If I need of -5, output will be P. Okay, so that how the negative indexing is being done. So what if I've been doing the list slicing, okay, or so list indexing? So it is my choice, like what index I am being writing upon. Suppose if I have been confirmed, or I had been make a variable of this as a list, and I have to print as a slicing done. So what will be the output? It will be B and E minus 2. Okay, then how minus 2 will be occurring as B and E as my 5 with a sequence parameter. What if we can figure out only minus 5? Okay, if we just configure out with minus 5, so output will be null and properly containable. Okay, that how we gonna sustain that. So now like we have to add the value. So if we have to add the value, let me have one list prepare, square brackets to any number 2 4 any variable. Now let me like, if I'll tell you like might be in this editor it can't work, but yeah, I'll let you know what is the output. You can perform it. So the output will be null or bin containing, that's all matters. Okay, this how the appending is being done, adding is being done as a documentation. So we can always remove the list in the particular section containing the elements by the method called pop or the method called indexing. The pop method is always to remove the return the last element to the stack variable if you have to need that. Okay, that how we're gonna configure out. So I hope that each and every concept has been clear to you.